All right, y'all. Welcome to Sports Debaters with MJJC. Got my dog Caleb Red. We're gonna go ahead and go ahead and hop straight into it. We're gonna talk about some of the games from week 3. We're gonna review some of the games from week 4. We're gonna talk about where we were wrong, and we're gonna talk about where we were right. Caleb, go ahead and break it down for us, Caleb.
Well, there was a lot of funny things happening last week and everything, but one of the biggest surprises last week was the Saints getting the dub over the Patriots. All of us, we all like picked the Patriots, and damn, Justin, man, y'all boys let us down, bro. Boys let us
That was a
down
good one.
bad. but I think that the Saints thrive better whenever they have a natural catastrophe or something like that. Because at first it was Ida, right? Then the week of the Patriots game, they burnt the Superdome. Bro, man, they not sleep. They gotta have something to actually push them forward. Now, I think that the Giants may slip up and beat them. I don't know. We'll just see. But but Mac Jones had to play better. He gotta find that rhythm that he had going during the preseason and stuff like that. Because like right now, he just don't have it.
Uh, Justin, I'm gonna get to you next. Like, since the Patriots your squad, what was the
All right.
difference maker in that game between the Patriots and the Saints? Why did the Saints was able to basically handle the handle the Patriots?
Um, to be honest, the problems I saw pre-draft are now coming home to roost for the Patriots. Came a little faster than I thought. Basically, we can't make plays. So unless the play is perfect, we can't do anything. And the Saints have a good enough defense and a talented enough defense where if you can't throw the ball, or in Mac's case, won't throw the ball downfield, any smart defense is going to stack all 11 players within 10 yards, and we can't go anywhere.
Uh,
Also,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
we were very uncharacteristic. Like when Taysom Hill scored the touchdown at the end, we only had 10 players on the field. Like I don't know what's going on with us structurally, but it's not looking right. I blame Patricia. As soon as he came back, things went downhill. So hey, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I seen while I was listening to your boy Colin Coward. That's where I heard this from. He said the rookies this year are 1-10.
I thought they were
Uh,
0-12.
Now Mac Jones. Well, they because Trevor Lawrence lost again. That's right. Trevor Lawrence lost. They won in 12. They won in 11 because Mac Jones actually beat Zach Wilson. So that's the only one. That's the only win. That's the only W.
I
That
got you.
ain't count.
The Patriots beat the Jets. So it took another rookie to beat another rookie quarterback. So they won in 11. Uh, I don't know. I think the rookies. I mean, they got it tough this year, bro. Uh, and Justin Fields, he basically put the target on his back himself, saying that the NFL was was slow. And
Yeah, I
then
don't
his
know.
first
I don't know
game,
what he was talking about.
and then his first game, the Bears had a net of 1 yard.
It'll go real fast all of a sudden.
Yeah, life come at you fast. The NFL slow, but life come at you fast. But yeah, I also picked the Patriots to win because I had to think about it. I mean, when the last time the Saints actually went into New England and actually won and won? I mean, went into the Northeast and actually won. Last time they played the Patriots in New England, I think the last 2 times the Patriots won, and I thought Bill Belichick. I thought he was going, take away Alvin Kamara, like I said in the previous podcast,
Mhm.
and the Saints was going to be left with nothing. Uh, and I said it was going to be a low scoring game. I thought it was going to be 17-14. But Mac Jones, he has yet to take that step that I was expecting, the Patriots staff was expecting, because obviously they let Cam Newton go. So I don't know. I think Mac Jones, and then it don't get any easier tonight. And we're
No.
gonna talk about that game. It don't get any easier tonight. If you want to talk about pressure, Mac Jones is going to be under a significantly amount of pressure playing against the living legend Tom Brady. So I don't know, but that we're gonna end things off with that subject. We're gonna go move into another game. I'm gonna start off with you on this one, Caleb. Green Bay versus the 49ers last week. We started off hot. We started real hot. We cooled down a little bit. Jimmy Garoppolo led the 49ers, did what he was supposed to do, led them to a touchdown. Uh, with 37 seconds left, how confident you felt that the Packers was going to win that game?
On a scale of 1 to 10, probably say I was about a solid 4, because we didn't really have any timeouts, and I didn't know what type of coverage they would have had on Devontae Adams. But the way how that they was playing, like after that first throw, I was like, you know what, we do have a chance. And then 2 plays later, he made that second throw, and I said, man, that's game. That's ball game, But we have to have our better. Joe Barry has to do a better job to actually calling pressure on these quarterbacks early on and everything. Because the run defense and everything, that's been pretty good and everything. We only gave up 95 yards to Kamara, whatever. And then the Saints, they had 160 some yards, whatever. But outside of that, nobody else ran against us. But we don't have no type of pass rush. Neither can we tackle. And those are the things that will actually get us hurt. Like that. I think of the Packers defense just like LSU's defense. Boys can't tackle, boys can't cover at times. But as long as that they can get stops and blitz, then we can win more games decisively rather than in the last 37 seconds or so. But just seeing Rodgers work his magic and Tay, he had came back from getting his win knocked out, that was some very, very good signs to actually see. Now then moving forward, we don't have Valdez-Scantling now, so I'm looking forward to seeing Cobb and Amari Rodgers to actually have a bigger role moving forward. So,
gotcha. Justin, what's your thoughts of that? What was your scale from 1 to 10? What was your thoughts of us winning that game when we down 37 seconds? What was your thoughts? Did you think the Packers had a chance, or you thought it was over?
No, I thought y'all had a chance. Not a big chance. Not a big chance. I was kind of like Caleb. I'd probably say a 4 or 5, same way. And then for some reason, the 49ers decided to not guard Devontae Adams in the middle of the field. I don't know what that was about. I don't know who designed that coverage. It's guard the best player on the other team. I feel like that should have been priority number 1, but hey, everybody does their own thing. They were wrong, but hey, whatever. Yeah, poor Jimmy G. He was so excited. He was smiling. Had the commercial smile on. He was cheesing up after the game. He looked so hurt. He just looked distraught. It took the first throw. Good job on Jimmy G. I can't even be mad at Jimmy G. I had the tweet ready saying he threw the game losing pick. I was prepared. I had it in the drafts already. And then he marched him down the field, threw a touchdown, smiling, cheesing, happy. And then Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams. And Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams. And Mason crossbars for the game. I mean, it was like a movie script, except the 49ers were probably crying at the end, which had to suck. But good job, Packers. You got that kind of off your back with the 49ers thing because they've been running out the playoffs these past few years. So good job there. And we'll see what happens this week.
Yeah, like I was telling, I didn't really, troll 49er fans like I first initially thought. But then, like you just said, they ran us out the playoffs a couple of years. So I want that rematch in the playoffs. I want that to happen in the playoffs, and then I'll be good. But speaking of Jimmy G, Trey Lance, he got to be thinking. He got to be thinking and watching these other rookies that maybe it's probably good for him to sit for this first year because what Jimmy G did, like how he put his team in a position to win. I'm not seeing that from. I don't think Trey Lance is ready to play big boy football yet because that's what you got to do as a quarterback. You got to be ready to take your team downfield and pressure moments and get a touchdown. And Jimmy G basically did that. And I think that drive basically probably saved his spot for the rest of the year, save his starting spot. That drive. So congrats to Jimmy G for basically saving his job for the rest of the year. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of nervous. I was nervous when San Francisco was driving the ball because I thought, as a fan watching football, I thought they was going, wind the clock, down to like score a touchdown with like 2-3 seconds left. That's what I thought.
As a
But
fan watching football, I
once I seen that they actually scored with 37 seconds left, I like, okay, we got a chance. Aaron Rodgers, I watched Aaron Rodgers press conference. He said after that first pass, he said, okay, at worst we get a Hail Mary opportunity, which I mean is a Hail Mary, but we get that opportunity to win the game off of Hail Mary. And then after that second pass, he complete. I think it was on third down, if I'm not mistaken. He completed it.
Something like that.
And after he completed it and he spiked the ball, like I remember him saying in a post conference, like he knew that Mason was gonna hit that field goal. He just knew that Mason Cross, as you call him, as a lot of people call him, Mason Crossbar was gonna hit that field goal. And I think that win did a lot for the Packers because if we go down 1-2, let me take it off the screen. If we go down 1-2, we start questioning, really start questioning ourselves, especially losing 2 games to, 2 good opponents, as in the Saints and the 49ers. But since we beat the 49ers, we got Pittsburgh this week. Then we got Joe Burrow next week, and we're going to talk about the Bengals as well. So I think that was a good win for us, 2-1. I'm expecting us to beat the Steelers this week as well. I don't know what's going on with the Steelers. Hey, did y'all know? I heard that this is Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger first time playing since the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the last time the Packers played, I want to say that Rodgers, he was hurt.
Yeah, this is their first time playing since the Super Bowl. Like, wow. But anyway, we're gonna get into the next subject, man. We're gonna talk about Kansas City. They 1-2, but if you look at those two losses, they was both winnable games. Both they probably could have won both of them. Justin, I'm gonna start with you on this one. What you think about Kansas City being 1-2, and do you think they're gonna still win their division?
Okay, so first of all, before I even go down this path, what equity or blackmail or clout does the city of Kansas City or the Chiefs organization have with the national media? This is the most loved 4th place team I have ever seen in my life. I don't understand. And it's not even like they're 4th place because they had injuries, which they had Tyrann Matthew situation, but they have a bottom 5 defense. Their offense really can't run the ball. And if Pat Mahomes don't go crazy like he on Madden, they're going to lose. What is the love affair? The Raiders are 3-0. Nobody cares. The Chargers really should be 3-0. Nobody cares. The Broncos are 3-0. Now, their 3-0 is a little different, but nobody cares. The Chiefs are 4th place. The Chiefs and the Patriots have the same record. People are on national media saying the Patriots have a bad defense, and we're top 5 in everything. And with the Chiefs' defense, they'll figure it out. How? I don't get that on my chest. I had a problem with that all week. I was bothering me all week. But in regards to them, and I saw one of the questions in the group was like, are people catching up to the Chiefs' scheme? It's not that. It's more of people are catching up to the Chiefs' weaknesses. And that is they can't stop the run and they can't run. So Pat is innately going to try to throw the ball deep. He can't help himself. So what people are doing is they're running 2 shell high, making you throw a 10-yard check down. That takes Tyreek out the game by default, and it really kills Hardman. So the only person you got left is Kelsey and Clyde Edwards-Helaire consistently. Eventually, Pat gonna try it. Like last week, it's gonna get picked. Against Baltimore, it's gonna get picked because you can't help him. So they're more of catching up to the Chiefs' scheme, not the Chiefs' weaknesses than the scheme. Do I think they get it figured out? Probably. Do I think they win a division? No. I mean, you're 1-2 and you're 2 games behind 2 teams in your own division. I don't get the love affair. I didn't get the memo. I mean, I'm in the media. I didn't get the text message. I feel kind of jaded at this point. I didn't know I was supposed to hype up the Chiefs at all times. I don't understand. But yeah, I mean, they're, like I said, 4th place in their own division. Raiders look good. They find a way to win football games. Denver's played the JV teams, so I got to see them play somebody real. But and then the Chargers are a bad in the graft call against Dallas from being 3-0 themselves. So we got to see what's going on, but I don't think they win a division, no.
All right, Caleb, what's your thought on the Kansas City Chiefs?
As always, we always know that their offense will always put up points and everything. But it's like the biggest concern for the past couple of years has always been the defense. And one of the biggest catalysts that kind of like changed and everything or whatever. Whenever they didn't bring back Justin Houston, that's whenever that the defensive culture started to somewhat change. And like the Chiefs, they always had a very good pass rush. Nowadays, they don't really have a very good pass rush because who else was there? That was D4, and they're like they have new faces and everything. Their linebackers is still the same. Their secondary is always changing, but now they have Thornhill and Matthew there. But I think whenever that they could finally get some very good stops, they can actually win like a lot of games. Like right now, the Chiefs have gave up 809 passing yards, five touchdowns. The QB rating is 103.6, and they are, like stuff is not that good. But yet, they only have 4 sacks on the year, bro. The Packers have 5. That's not good. Then, whenever you look at the rushing stats, defensively wise, they are second to last. They gave up 481 rushing yards. That is 5.4 yards a pop. And like how the justice said, man, folks are finally catching on to their weaknesses and everything. But at some point, they have to figure it out. Folks are still picking them to actually win, and then their defense is very, very bad. I'm actually one of those people because that I think, like I look at the Chiefs offense, just like the Packers offense. We put up points. So if that the defense can get a stop, then I mean like we're pretty much both of those losses that was somewhat on the offense because of very bad turnovers, but the defense couldn't really make the necessary stops. Now, as far as them winning the West, oh no, they are already 2 games back, and then they still never played like the number 2 defense in the league yet, and that's Denver. So I think that either Denver or Oakland will win the West, and Kansas City just may miss the playoffs.
Anasia said, just give Clyde Edwards Hilaire the ball when she need her fantasy points.
True. Very true.
All right. Chris Jones, Ken Birdsong said Chris Jones is running solo at the front. Frank Clark has been injured, so many off the field questions. That's part of why Seattle didn't want to pay him. Possibly. So this is what I want to talk about. They got 2 NFC West games today. 2 NFC West games. This is probably a two-part question. Justin, I'm gonna start with you again. Who would benefit most from winning today in the NFC West, and are the Rams Super Bowl favorites?
The second answer, easiest, yes. And I'll dive back on the back end, but that's the easy one, yes. The team who would benefit the most, when you first asked the question, I was going to say Seattle because they're in last, but actually it's Arizona. You look at Arizona, they've been the bottom feeder of this division for the past few years. And one of the things I always hear is, man, if Arizona was in almost any other division, they'd probably be a first or second in the division every time because they're really talented, but you play the 49ers twice, the Seahawks twice, and the Rams twice. Even with Jared Goff, that was tough sledding. And so now they beat Tennessee, right? They handled Tennessee in week 1. Chandler Jones had 4.5, 5 sacks, something crazy like that. You play Minnesota, you really should have lost. They shanked the 30-some yard field goal at the end. And then last week, you start off really slow against Jacksonville, which in hindsight isn't as bad as it could have been. But you start off really slow against Jacksonville, and it takes Kyler Murray being amazing and Trevor Lawrence trying to throw a check down or flea flicker for you to win the game. So you go this week. They got the Rams this week, right? Because the 49ers play the Seahawks, right? They go this week to play the Rams. The Rams just beat the Bucks. Everybody's picking them, myself included, at this point to be one of the favorites to come out the NFC. Playing the Rams, you win this game, you're officially a legitimate team. Because now you have that feather in your cap too. Because Tennessee threatens nobody. Minnesota threatens nobody. And Jacksonville may or may not have a win this year. So they're solid wins, but not legitimizing wins. Beat LA, now you're legitimate. Now the culture can really buy into it. And not only can we win the games we should win now, we can be really, really good teams as well. So I think it's Arizona who needs the victory the most for culture and legitimacy reasons. And the Rams should be the favorites out of the NFC because unlike the Chiefs, they actually are tops in their own division, which is something that you need to be. They're not first because Arizona's 3-0, but no, the Rams 3-0 too. So yeah, they're actually first place in the division, unlike the Chiefs, who so they should be favorites in the NFC. They got 2 great wins so far this season. So yeah, the Rams should be favorites and one of the best rosters in the league, top to bottom.
Yeah, I was Anesia Rams look good with Stafford, of course. Also, Anesia giving you a shout out for that for that rant you just went on. Anesia, shout out to Anesia, female debater of the year. Shout out to Anesia. But yeah, that was a pretty good argument. But yeah, I'm gonna go with your first mind. I'm gonna go with Seattle. The reason because Russell Wilson, he's known for starting off the season, hot, starting off fast. Every year for the past couple of years, we've been hearing why Russell Wilson ain't got no MVP votes? That's a shame. He's a real great quarterback. Russell Wilson even said he's the best quarterback in the league, which is top 5. So that's not a big deal that he said that, because he is top 5. But at the same time, if they go 1-3, then 1-3 in that division, when you got potentially the Cardinals or the Rams going 4-0. I mean, that's going to be a tough mountain to climb. And Russell Wilson, I think the key for Seattle is to win the division and get a home playoff game. Because if they don't get a home playoff game, I think the last road playoff game they won was against RG3 against Washington when RG3 got hurt. That's the last
I'm
road
about to
playoff.
say RG3 ain't hurt his leg.
Yeah,
it
it would have
even
been
further
over.
back.
So I think the best thing for them to do, is try to win the division. It's going to be a tough mountain to climb. But if they start off 1-3 and Arizona or the Rams are 4-0, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. So I'm going to go with Seattle for my answer. Who you got, Caleb?
What's the first question again?
The first question is, are the Rams Super Bowl favorites?
Definitely yes. And the second question is,
who will benefit more in the NFC West by winning the game today?
definitely Seattle. So like that way they can stay in the hunt, because losing those last 2 games, that's not that's not good at all. My second team that will actually benefit the most would be the Cardinals, simply because you are beating on paper the best team in your division. Now what's kind of interesting, I was looking up some stats, but things are different. Folks are raving about the Rams defense and everything, right? But passing defense wise, the Rams are like 24th or something like that, right? They only have like 9 sacks. They gave up 844 yards and all that stuff, whatever, right? Rushing wise, they are the middle of the pack, right? But what separates them is the fact that they have a quarterback that can push the ball down the field. Had Jared Goff still been there, then I mean, like, the Rams aren't no Super Bowl favorite. But if would Seattle would still be the Super Bowl favorites in that division, just because of Russell Wilson. But the Matthew Stafford dynamic changes the whole game now for the Rams and everything. But Seattle has to win the game today. They have to. If not, man, it's pretty much over with. And then, like, we may start to hear talks about, like, Russell Wilson not being happy again, and like all kinds of other crazy stuff and this and that, whatever. So, and I love what the Cardinals are doing, but man, Cliff Kingsbury, he is nuts at times. Like man, you can't be doing certain things like that until your team, like, you're kicking a 16-yarder field goal, and then you get a touchdown with that. Like, no, bro. Let's not do that ever again. So Seattle has to win, and followed by them, the Cardinals and Rams are my Super Bowl pick from out that division.
Okay. I just wanted to pose this up right quick. To touch what you're basically saying, Justin. To go into further depth, Stephen Cormier, he basically asked us, can Kyler Murray take the next step in becoming an elite quarterback and breaking his 0-4 career losing record against the Rams? So A lot on Arizona. A lot is on Arizona to back up what the other thing he's been saying. Uh, but to get into the next topic, the Denver Broncos. You also touched bases on the Denver Broncos as well about them not beating they 3-0 record being kind of fluky. Well, today Lamar Jackson is playing. he is playing. This is Denver's chance to prove that they are an elite team and they can win their division. They can't keep up with the Raiders. Caleb, I'm gonna start with you. What does a win for the Broncos do for their chances of winning the AFC West title?
It boosts their chances up significantly because not only are you taking down a well-known powerhouse in the Ravens, but say for instance the Raiders lose too, right? Now you're standing in first place alone, and then from there, man, uh, who do you play next week?
Who the Broncos play? Do you know, Justin? I can look right quick.
I don't know off the top of my head.
They play the Steelers, right? So if the Broncos win this week, they beat the Steelers next week, and then in week 6 they play the Raiders, right?
Mm-hmm.
That could separate them even more. So they have more to actually gain, and also their defense, and most importantly their offense without Jerry Judy may also have much more respect than what that they've been getting. They've been averaging a total of like 26 points a game and everything. That's actually pretty damn good. So let's just see how does the defense can slow down Lamar Jackson, especially now with them having Boykin and Bateman back too.
Hey, shout out to Chris Donato. He basically gave you a shout out, Justin, basically saying the win does the most for the Cardinals. All teams have flaws, but this would mean the most for the QB confidence. Basically talking about Kyler Murray. So shout out to Chris Donato. I'm gonna come to you, Justin Jackson. What would a win do for the Denver Broncos and their chances of winning the AFC West?
I think it would be huge for two reasons. So, one, you have the whole Drew Lock situation, which is pretty much dead. But the one thing Drew Lock couldn't do that people really wanted him to do inside the building was beat teams like Baltimore, or even really compete against teams like Baltimore. This is the game, the Drew Lock inevitable game, where he had 3 turnovers. He would score down 20 and start dancing in the end zone like he was winning. Something weird. It was bound to be something odd. Like he wasn't ready for prime time. And then secondly, in terms of winning the division, like I just outlined the schedule. Okay, Pittsburgh is cooked like a turkey on Thanksgiving. They done. So Denver beats Baltimore, turn around and beat Pittsburgh. You potentially set up 5-0 versus 5-0 in week 6. Which would be probably the game of the week. I mean, Denver versus Vegas, and who would have thought they would say that for the season? But is Teddy Bridgewater done turn the ball over? So you've got a defense now who can go into the game thinking we're not going to be on short fields 2-3 times. We're not going to have to hold to 3 before the drive even starts. Like we're not going on the field thinking holding the 3. We're going on the field thinking we can get the ball back, play field position. Like Anisha said, huge for Teddy Bridgewater if he wins that game. His general manager, who drafted him in Baltimore, is now the vice president of football operations in Denver. So when Elway moved up the chain, George Patton came from Minnesota and took his spot in Denver. So it could be huge for Teddy contractually too. He might end up getting a 2-3 year extension, and maybe the ultimate bridge. It's in his name, but be the ultimate bridge to the next guy, or even hold Denver down for a while. That team's a veteran team, so maybe they don't have time to wait on a rookie to get their life together. As we've seen, the rookies are struggling this year. But yeah, it's huge for Denver. Like I said, he played Zach Wilson, Who else are they beating so far? All teams without a win. Like they're 3-0. Everybody played 0-9. So it'd be huge for them. I can't wait to see the game personally. So I'm excited.
Oh yeah. Well, I got Lamar Jackson. That's my starting quarterback on my fantasy team. So Denver got a good defense. So I might end up starting Baker Mayfield at the last minute. I don't know. I'm still undecided about that. But yeah, it would be huge for Teddy Bridgewater and the Denver Broncos if they go out and beat a real good team. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about the other 3-0 team that have a little bit of questions. Dwayne Charles basically asked about the Carolina Panthers. Their first real road test, and they're not playing no scrubs. The Dallas Cowboys are legit. Their offense is legit. So can Carolina go into Dallas and really show that they are an elite team and beat them?
Do I think so? I think it will be a struggle, but long as that Zeke can't run the ball, then Dallas is pretty much Dallas is pretty much done for. I'm going to go out and say that CJ Henderson will have a great game today. Whoever that he is covering, God bless his soul, because like he gonna be tired. But the Panthers is ranked number one in pass defense and number one in rushing defense. I really think that the Panthers have the speed, the youth. They have the playmakers to actually do what that they need to actually do. Now then, J.C. Horn, he pretty much out for I forgot how long, but the way how that they play defense is very different. Because the way how that they slowed down the Saints offense and everything, although that James is still not all that, but that was very, very, very unique and different. But I really feel that Carolina is one of the surprise teams of this whole season, and Sam, I think I saw Ghost Darnold is going to shred the Cowboys defense. So Panthers by at least 10.
All right, Justin, going back to Dwayne Charles' question, what's your thoughts about the Carolina Panthers and the Cowboys game?
First of all, Caleb, you are a bold man. Saying that the Panthers are going to win by 10. As much as I would love that to happen, because boy, that's some Cowboys fans that get on my nerves these past couple weeks in the group. Boy, I would love for that to happen. And the Sharks in Vegas, I actually agree with you. The Panthers have been the trendy bet in Vegas because Dallas, I think, is 4-point favorites. So the Panthers have been the trendy bet. So the Sharks agree with you. I want to agree with you. I want so badly to agree with you. As the only Sam Darnold supporter left in the group, I really want to agree with you. I just don't see how it happens. If McCaffrey was there, I'd give him a great chance. But he's not. J.C. Horn is probably out for the year. You brought in C.J. Henderson, which will work. He can play. C.J. Henderson's no scrub. But I don't see how you slow down Dallas's defense, Dallas's offense rather, right now. And just because they're going back to the old formula. They paid Dak $160 million to hand the ball off. Okay. But they're going back to the old formula. They're running the ball more than they throw it. Dak's 27-0, if memory serves me correctly, when they run the ball more than they throw it. So that's what they're relying on right now. The defense is fast. I'm not sure how good it is just yet, but it's really fast. Micah Parsons in the middle or defensive end, wherever he's playing right now. He's flying all over the field. Trayvon Diggs believes that he's one of the best, if not the best corner in the league. He's flying everywhere. Dan Quinn's got them rolling. They're playing simplistic coverages, but it's working because it allows them to play faster. And they have injuries up front. I think it's going to be closer than the 4. I would guess Dallas wins 27-24. I just don't see how Carolina's defense, who's number 1 in basically everything, really slows this offense down. They don't have enough corners to really guard CD and Amari. So, and the run game's woken up, so I don't see how they slow them down.
But they still do have like Dante Jackson over there, so like you have 2 premier SEC guys that's on the outside corners that I think that they can actually hold their own. And then you have Jeremy Chin, who was the reigning defensive rookie of the year. Like you know, like I love that group and everything. But the true question is, will they be able to contain Dak's legs and everything? Can they not make sure that he don't really slide up to actually scramble or stuff like that? If that they can do that, Dallas is seriously going to have some problems. Because watching that Saints game against James Winston, he couldn't really climb up in the pocket like that. So like if the Carolina can have the same scheme and everything, I don't really see Dallas scoring that much.
The only thing I worry about them Carolina defensively is, and I love Darnold. I'm like, again, I'm the last Darnold supporting group. Will the Dallas walk out and score, and then Darnold throws the pick inside the 30-yard line, and then you're just like, well, now it's 14-0 before we even had a chance to breathe. So and then now Dallas can run the ball, and so now that's the only thing I worry about. Will Darnold take either too long to heat up or throw the big pick to kill the confidence?
All right. Well, just to let y'all know, like I said, this Carolina first real road test. They beat the Jets in Carolina. They beat the Saints in Carolina, which the Saints are a pretty good team.
Stump the Saints.
The road team that they beat was the Houston Texans. So I mean, this is gonna be Carolina. This is gonna be Carolina first real road test. I think Dallas offense is too much. I think I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Dak, but he looking like and we're gonna get into this next topic. Dak looking like he could be an MVP candidate, which brings me into this next topic. Troll guy Sean Carlos. Let's see. He asks, who are the early contenders for MVP, and do y'all think their performance will endure the entire season or fall short as the season progresses? Caleb, I'm gonna start with you. Who is the two early MVP right now?
Of course, Tom Brady and Dak Prescott. Tom Brady just simply because of like what he is doing and everything. But like Dak, like coming back from that bad injury and everything, but like Dak looks like that he never really missed a beat yet. So like it's fairly closer than it really seems, and then also to Kyler Murray too. But I mean, like Kyler Murray is very like sketchy at times, but like Dak is completing passes at a 77.5 completion percentage, which is the top of the whole league right now, and that's crazy. Like, man, you are spreading the ball to like Cooper Lamb, Gallup. Once he comes back, that number one dude, Tony Pollard and Zeke and all that stuff, man. Man, bro, Dak is really shredding people up, bro. Dak is looking great this year. So those are my two picks, Brady and Dak.
Okay. Two good picks. Chris Donato, he got Stafford and Dak. He said Stafford outplayed Brady and won, so Stafford should have the edge over him. Anasia, she said Stafford and Dak as well. Justin, I don't want to give my picks. I think me and you got the same picks, so I'm gonna let you go first. Who is your two early MVP candidates, right quick?
I got Stafford and Kyler.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Stafford and Kyler. Stafford, I played Brady, so like I said, I give that edge there. And then in regards to Kyler, he's 3-0. He's rolling. He's got this fadeaway throw move. I don't even know how he does it. He's so little. He's like back it up and throws it, and he's just.
He's been doing that since college.
Bro, like in high school. Like I'm like, this dude's like 5'9". He's rolling. He's spreading the ball out. He's not so D-Hop dependent. And that was the issue that they had when D-Hop first got there. Was every third play felt like he went to D-Hop. They're not so D-Hop dependent, and he's playing within himself. Cliff Kingsbury's figuring out NFL offense, so that's helping him out a lot. And then Stafford is the difference in the Rams. I said in the offseason, Stafford is one of the 5 best arm talents in the league, and now he's with a coach that isn't in Detroit. So now you got a team around him. Cooper Kupp putting up Randy Moss-esque numbers, or Jerry Rice-esque numbers, my apologies. Robert Woods is playing great. They're hitting that tight end whose name escapes me. They don't even have the running back they're supposed to have, and they're performing at a high level. They shredded Chicago, who was a pretty decent defense. They shredded Tampa. They had a little trouble with Indy, but ultimately they got that win too. So, yeah, Stafford and Kyler for me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have Kyler. I actually have CARR. I think Derek Carr. I think he's either 1 or 2 in passing yards this year. Got that Oakland team 3-0. I think. Shout out to Champ Jones. First, a shout out to Champ Jones. He said Derek Carr, top 5 quarterback. He not, but still shout out to Champ Jones. Right now, you got Derek Carr, Oakland Raiders 3-0, and with the AFC West and the NFC West, probably the 2 best divisions right now. But the Oakland Raiders are 3-0. Derek Carr be playing lights out. He been feeding y'all boy Waller a lot. Waller, he is a man out there. He should be listed as a wide receiver, but he is a tight end. But that's another conversation. But yeah, I got Derek Carr as my first MVP candidate. Also, I got Matthew Stafford. Caleb, me and you being Packer fans, we know, and Justin, like he just said, so basically all 3 of us know how good Matthew Stafford is. just was in a bad situation. And
Yeah.
The only thing I hate about the Rams is that they didn't make this trade sooner. Like they probably would have a Super Bowl right now if they would have traded Goff for Matthew Stafford or for any other decent good quarterback. And like I said, I think Sean McVay is the happiest person in NFL. Right after him, J.J. Watt and DeAndre Hopkins. Those are the 3 happiest people in the NFL right now, but especially Sean McVay. If you watch Sean McVay on the sideline when Matthew Stafford makes those throws that Jared Goff couldn't, makes those reads that Jared Goff couldn't, like Sean McVay is like so happy when he sees that. Started the first game of the season against who was that? The Bears, the Rams, the Bears, yeah. So yeah, I definitely got Matthew Stafford and Derek Carr as my 2 early season MVPs. As far as the NFL games, we're gonna make a couple of picks. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the Packers and Pittsburgh. Who you got winning that game, Caleb? Just real quick. Who you got winning that game, real quick?
Go Pack Go. We're winning by at least 13.
Who you got winning that game, Justin?
Packers easy.
All right, Titans and Jets. AJ Brown and Julio Jones not playing. I still say the Titans gonna win by 14. Who you got, Justin?
Us three still could be playing receiver and they would still beat the Jets. So Titans.
Who you got, Caleb?
I got the Titans.
All right. Lions at Chicago. Chicago starting. They made it official. They starting Justin Fields. Do y'all think Justin Fields get his first NFL win?
I
No.
don't think so.
No.
You think Jared Goff going to Chicago and get that W?
I wouldn't say Jared Goff. I mean, the Bears' offensive line is terrible. And the one thing the Lions can do is get pressure. So, yeah, I got Detroit. Dan Campbell's post-game press conference is going to be immaculate. So excited. I'm so excited.
All right, Colts and Dolphins. Who you got winning that game, Caleb?
Something is telling me Colts will win. So Colts.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Nasia. She said Titans gonna beat the Jets too. Chris Donato said the Bears by 14. God damn.
He must be a Bears fan. He must be a Bears fan. That's all I gotta say.
You picked the Colts and the Dolphins game, Justin?
No, I hadn't picked yet. My head's telling me Dolphins. My Carson Wentz loving heart is telling me Colts. And I picked them to win that division. So I need them to start getting dubs because they're 0-3. So I'm gonna go with the Colts.
All right, we got Washington at Atlanta. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta. Matt Ryan, I don't know. I got Washington. Who you got, Caleb?
It's like every game that Washington plays, they have a favorable chance. So I'm gonna go with Washington.
Who you got, Justin?
Is it in Atlanta?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
I got Atlanta.
Okay. We got Houston in Buffalo. Do we really have to pick that game? Okay. Huh?
I said, is Tyrod playing?
I don't think so.
No, it's still Mills. It's Mills for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, never mind.
All right. Okay, let's spend like 2 minutes on this game. New York and New Orleans. I'm gonna start with you with this one, Caleb. New York and New Orleans.
Well,
He's so happy.
I'd have gone. They didn't burn down the Superdome, so like they don't have nothing to actually give them fuel to actually win the game. So this may be the week. And if it is, oh my God, I'm going stupid in the group.
Who you got winning that game, Justin?
Okay, well, Caleb, they do have something to play for. It's the first game in the Superdome all season. It's supposed to be the Packers game, which they destroyed y'all. It's supposed to be that game, but Ida came through and did what she had to do. I want to pick the Giants so bad. Oh, I want to pick the Giants so bad. I just can't consciously pick Daniel Jones to do anything successful. Oh, I want to pick the Giants. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm picking the Giants. And I don't want to, but my brain's telling me to do it, and I feel like the Saints gonna win by like 30 just because I said I'm picking the Giants. But Daniel Jones hasn't turned the ball over. He ain't thrown a pick yet, right? And the Saints got trouble with quarterbacks that can move, right? With the two things that Daniel Jones can do. He can run. He's currently not turning the ball over.
Their receivers got to catch the ball.
Yeah, and Sterling Shepard and not playing. I got the Saints. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I mean, is Daniel Jones what kind of quarterback is he? Is he great? Is he good? Is he bad? Because I see.
Well, he damn sure not great.
I see all three in the same game. Like, what was that game against Washington? I was against Washington.
Yeah,
I seen all three in the same game. Like, I seen bad Daniel Jones, I seen good, and I seen great. Like, I feel like
he's an average NFL quarterback, where he'll have moments of you say, okay, that could work, and then you got moments of not bad, and then you got moments of why do you have a jersey and a helmet on? So I feel like he's just an average NFL quarterback. Now Jason Garrett's a pretty good OC, so it's hiding some of the blemishes. But yeah, he's an average NFL quarterback, nothing special. I mean, nothing. I mean, even other quarterbacks look at him like, yeah, okay, like there's nothing there.
I don't know. I just don't see them going into New Orleans and winning. To be honest, I got New Orleans -7. I don't see Danny Dimes. Well, I got New Orleans -7, man. All right, next game. Kansas City and in Philadelphia. Basically, we got Jalen Hurts versus Pat Mahomes. Who you got, Caleb?
Before I pick, just for the record, I picked the Saints to win. But if they lose, I'm going to duff it. But who do I have for this game, bro? I really don't know.
You don't know.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna be dangerous. Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Who you got, Justin?
I can't believe he just said that out of his mouth. I'm perturbed right now. I thought I was wild for considering picking the Giants. This man actually picked the Eagles. My bad. Okay. I got some teams. I got the team that doesn't have Jalen Hurts playing quarterback and Nick Sirianni coaching the team. I got the other team. Like if Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni own the same roster, I got the other team. I don't, unless you're playing the Jets. You're playing the Jets. I got you there. But like, I can't believe this man just said that. I don't.
I mean, hey, I tell you what, if the Chiefs cannot stop them, bro.
No, wait. So I
we can have a real discussion next week.
I checked my phone and I didn't see Patrick Mahomes retired. So I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know. I might have wait. Hold on, wait. That's something. Wait. Hold on, wait. Nope, that's Christian McCaffrey news. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't.
I mean, last I checked, just like Rodgers, Mahomes don't play defense, so he can put up all the points he wants. The defense got to stop.
Man, I don't care. I don't. Like, if the Chiefs lose this game, the rant I am going to have next week will be insane. I'm gonna need 10 minutes just to myself. I am going to go ballistic if the Chiefs lose this game.
I think I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna
go. Hey, I got Kansas City by 14. That's all I'm saying. Once the Eagles go down 10-0, like is it? Like if Jalen Hurts got to keep passing the ball, is it? I got Kansas City by 14. We already talked about the Panthers and Cowboys.
I got Panthers.
I got Cowboys.
I want to pick the Panthers so bad, but I can't. I got the Cowboys.
All right. Seattle at San Francisco. We already talked about how important this game is for Seattle. San Francisco just lost a heartbreak at home. It's gonna be they can't. I don't see them losing 2 home games in a row. So I'm gonna go with San Francisco winning this game.
Same.
I got Seattle.
All right. Cardinals at the Rams. We touched bases on this little game. This game already. Whoever win this game gonna be 4-0 and control the division. I'm gonna go with Los Angeles on this one. I got the Rams.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Is it in LA?
Cardinals.
They in LA.
Rams. That was getting excited about home field. That's one of those division games that's gonna split. So the home team's gonna win both times. So I got Rams.
All right, we talked about the Steelers and Packers already. Ravens and Broncos. I don't know if we officially made picks, but I got the Ravens winning that game. In Denver.
I got
Caleb?
Yeah, Broncos.
Buccaneers at the Patriots in
Jesus
Foxborough in
Christ.
New England. that's tonight. That's tonight game. Uh, Buccaneers.
Jesus Christ.
Buc-
Um,
Buccaneers in a blowout. Because I don't think Tom Brady coming out the game in the fourth quarter and they winning by 28. I think Brady gonna stay in the whole game. Buccaneers in a blowout.
I got Bucks too. Bucks by 17.
Now, Justin, you got to pick against your own team, man. I feel bad for you.
this this game is gonna have so many conflicting emotions for me. Oh my god. So we're gonna start off with the tribute video. Then he needs about 87 yards to break
66.
Breez's. Is how much?
67.
67 yards to break Tom Brady's, to break Breez's passing yards record. So we're gonna stop the game again, and Doug Baker's gonna walk out with his white gloves on and take the football and shake Brady's hand, and they're gonna have this big moment in New England. And then I'm gonna look up in the fourth quarter and we're gonna be down 20 points. I'm gonna be like, how did we get here? How did we? I can't in good faith pick my own team. This is tragic. I got the GOAT and the Bucks. I don't. Let's just move on.
Just for the record, I know our games start usually cheer, like when a player returns to a stadium or arena, they usually cheer at the beginning of the game. Then during the game, they boom. Tom Brady, the Patriots fans better cheer for him throughout the game.
Bro, I have seen. I'm in a Patriots group. And their fans are posting billboards about how Bill Belichick can't coach no more without Brady. People are already saying that the only jersey they're gonna wear is the Brady 12 jersey because if they don't know who to root for, they're making the custom jerseys with half and half, the Bucks on one side. Like, yeah, the fans and turned on Bill. Just from what I've seen in that group, it's not helping that this book is coming out, which I have my own thoughts on that book. But I should there no there. Auntie, I'm hurting. This is about to be a bad 3.5 hours for me. I can feel it. LSU lost yesterday. I can feel it. It's about to be terrible.
All right, last game, Raiders at San Diego. Game in not San Diego.
I was about to say San Diego don't exist.
Who y'all got winning the game? I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
It's in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me the Chargers. Close, very close. Give me the Chargers.
Who you got,
I just hope that Derek Carr don't really start off slow like he did last week.
I think it's
all right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the podcast. But before we end, the package for the winners last month did come in. Caleb got your Golden State Warriors hat. Not Caleb. Who won? Who won the Golden State Warriors hat? Quinn. No, Quinn won the jersey.
Oh, he did?
I'm gonna have to go look.
I forget who it was.
No, yeah, Caleb, you did win the Warriors. Yeah, because I said Sean Carlos, he get the Orlando hat. Yeah. So Troll guy, he got the Orlando hat. Caleb got the Warriors hat. Then Quentin, he got the.
I can't believe Steve Harvey that man like that.
He got the Miami Heat Jimmy Butler jersey. That's for Quentin.
Oh,
He
can't
put
that on the playoffs.
Hey, these jerseys and these hats, they ran them because I get them. Like people who order them, but then they don't end up paying for them. So I get them for a discount price, like a real discount price. The only jersey I had custom made, I had that made for my dog Wilt because he helped me on the podcast for a while. So I actually had that Dominique Wilkins MLK jersey custom made for him. But everything else I just get at random. But yeah, Quentin, this Heat jersey nice though. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, Caleb.
That's true.
I'm gonna go ahead and ship out the stuff sometime this week when I get a chance to go to the post office. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Nice chatting with y'all again, fellas. Every Sunday 9:30. Make sure y'all check us out. Make sure y'all listen to Justin podcast as well. Friday, do you have a certain time, Justin?
Friday it drops weekly at 3. It comes out at 3.
Friday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure
iTunes,
y'all just
Spotify.
make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check that out. Man, y'all enjoy the games. I probably do a little
We do a little watch party again, huh?
do that little watch party with the red zone. I think I'm gonna have to turn the volume off because that's why Facebook had kicked me off for a week last time because I didn't have the volume off on them. But yeah, I probably I'll probably do that again to give Chris, give his give his business, some promotions and everything. But yeah, man, y'all have a blessed one, fellas.
All right, man. Y'all too.